morning, everyone. My name is Nathalia Amadeu. I am Global Brand Director of Vaseline. And it's an honor for me today to be here to share more about our case, Vaseline Verified, which is a campaign that recently broke through. And just at the last edition of Cannes Festival of Creativity, was awarded with 9 Lions, including a Grand Prix in Health and Wellness, a Grand Prix in Creator and Social, and the most coveted Titanium. Let's watch the case.
Just rub a bit of Vaseline on it and it will last all week.
Use Vaseline for your dog's dry nose.
By adding Vaseline to my cuticles before painting, this prevents it from getting on my skin.
I want to see if eating Vaseline helps with my skin.
TikTok has become one of the most alarming in terms of setting trends that are unsafe.
Filtering out the good advice to some dangerous recommendations can be tricky.
For the first time, our scientists tested viral hacks in the lab. Hacks that worked were officially verified, and dangerous ones were unverified.
I made a video showing a hack of how I look after my beard using Vaseline. Vaseline said, okay, let's test it out. And they took it to the lab, and it works. I'm verified.
We're taking this to the lab. We're getting scientists involved.
I made a silly video showing this hack years ago, and now it's been officially verified and turned into a brand film.
My Band-Aid hack has been verified.
The official trophy box from the team at Vaseline. Thank you very much to Vaseline for making my hack verified.
This may be my proudest award yet.
Get your cuticle care.
Buy your leather revivers.
Click on my shop.
My Vaseline runner's hack.
I'm officially a Vaseline dealer.
It's Doritos Extra Flaming Hot, spreading a thin layer of Vaseline, providing a protective barrier between your lips and the spice.
You take a little bit of Vaseline jelly and rub it in a non-uniform way around your lens. And presto, the ultimate Hollywood classic photo hack.
Verify my hack. Vaseline, verify that right now.
Vaseline Verified started a very simple idea and became the proof of principle of how we build brands in this social age. It changed completely the way we do marketing for Vaseline, for other Unilever brands, and hopefully for the industry. This is the story of how a Wonder Jelly, created in 1870, 155 years ago, became the lighthouse in this chaotic sea of social media hacks. And this is not about surviving the creator's economy, but redefining it. This is about co-founding a legacy brand through the hands of those who buy it, who love it, and who need it. But how did it start? I guess as many brands here, we were also obsessed with the idea of making Vaseline a social-first brand. I guess this is the hype of the moment, right? And after many conversations with our agency partners, we realized that to truly unlock the potential of Vaseline, we had to hand this to our communities. And stop pushing through those conversations and those briefs to make our jelly a premium skincare product, which would just lead to more influencer marketing, and we didn't want more influencer marketing. We understood that to be really a social-first brand, we had to talk what people wanted to talk, with no filters, no taboos, no managing communities. imagine Vaseline is present in more than 1.5 billion households. I'm talking about more than half of the households in the world. This is not our brand. This is their brand. So we stopped looking at them as influencers, as media channels, and we started treating them as co-authors of our stories. We started treating them as true co-owners of Vaseline. But of course, that implied many risks.
I'll give you a handheld. The mic's a bit too close.
Thank you. Working now? Yes. So, of course, that implied many risks. I mean, I work for Unilever. And I will never forget when we got to those conclusions and that very beginning of the journey, when we had many heated internal debates, lots of discussions, even questioning ourselves, were we ready not only to accept, but to celebrate people using Vaseline to polish their Crocs or to put on the nose of their dogs, to fix doors, or even as a lube for sex? Please don't. So we took a deep breath, and we took it as a leadership call in this industry to stop talking about social transformation and finally leave it. So we did it. We surrendered control. We did not fight chaos. We leaned into it, and we organized it. In a time when Meta, TikTok is removing all these fact-checkings, we fact-checked all users' claims. And we dispelled many harmful myths. We turned this social Wild West into a safe, fun playground. And we did this by fusing our community's creativity with the credibility of our heritage brand. And by doing that, we have built unparalleled brand trust and authenticity as well. So our idea was to take everyone's ideas, and that is okay. We knew the role of our brand was very simple. It was to acknowledge, to reward, to enable. And this was no awkward uncle in the teenager's party. We knew exactly what we were doing. Culture first and earned at heart. And for the first time ever, we flipped the script. We crowdsourced culture. We tested it in our R&D labs, and we put it back out to the world. In fact, our R&D labs have been busier than ever, moving from developing new products to verifying the weirdest and most wonderful hacks from the internet. From nipple chafing to perfume boosting, we have verified hacks from all over the world. And to those 750 people posting about eating Vaseline for inner glow, sorry, that does not work. And more than a one-off campaign, this became a 24/7 self-feeding culture engine. It changed the way we do marketing there. We have learned so much from our communities. We love our communities. They powered this engine for us. You know, we have learned with them, if you dab some Vaseline around your nostrils, it can help you against hay fever. And the hack made to the NHS official recommendations. We learned from our communities that Vaseline is a life-saving hack for rugby players, and that hack made to the Red Roses checklist. With no brand intervention. This is people's invention. Isn't that amazing? And we keep learning new hacks every day. There's no off button. And this is I would say, my favorite part of this campaign. Because we also turned our hackers into official Vaseline dealers. In a partnership with TikTok, we are helping them to set up their own TikTok shops, link it to their own hacks, their authentic stories, not a brand shop.
I actually saw my video, but that wasn't all. They also helped me set up my own little Vaseline shop through the TikTok affiliate program with just a few clicks and linking my hack directly to the product I hacked on. I mean, they didn't just see the video and left a thumbs up, which still would have been awesome. They basically said, every time someone buys a tub using my link, I get a piece of the pie.
I hope you agree with me. This is a very authentic way we found to unlock what we all call here the creator economy, by putting money back to the hands of the communities. And hey, a 43% of sales increase for Vaseline on e-com. That is really culture that converts. And by flipping this narrative, we have earned the creators' hearts. And I cannot tell you more how happy I am when I see these creators coming to our brand and saying how Vaseline made them feel seen. Because we have never been after millions of followers or viral pieces of content. No, we are just after genuine conversations. And they started wanting to work with us, not because of a contract, but because we gave them recognition. Their creativity matters. And mostly important, it helps generate a living dialogue between the brand and the people. Culture feeding culture. And beyond social, we also made these hacks shoppable at point of sales. During special cultural moments, we brought these hacks to the stores. For example, the runner's hack, placing it together with foot care during the London Marathon. Or even the hay fever hack I mentioned to you, placing it together with antihistamine during the season's peak. Or even the hack that communities taught us about when you use Vaseline on your lips to soothe your lips after eating spicy food, communicating it on the very pack of Doritos Flaming Hot. Vaseline Verified allowed us to show up far beyond skincare. By colliding our world with the creators' universes, with the creators' passion points, we started showing up in fashion, in food, in sports, in pop culture. Even Madonna posted her own Vaseline, joining the movement organically. This is not product placement. This is validation of how a brand from the 19th century is resurging not only on Gen Z's feeds, but also on icons' feeds. And from United States to United Kingdom to South Africa, India, Arabia, we have built these branded multiverse, where our brand is more than a product, it's really a cultural connector. And the legacy of Vaseline Verified goes far beyond marketing. It affects the whole way we do brand building, from end to end. It impacts R&D, supply chain, legal. It's really a manifesto of what we believe is the future. Participatory brand building. It's community-led. It's earned first. It's culture-driven. Commerce-linked. It is not always on, but always in. And just to conclude here today, I want to tell you that Vaseline Verified made us really rethink about our business. And we understood we don't operate in skincare category anymore, but we are market leaders in the wonder category. And I'm here today to really encourage you to look at your brands, your business, your ecosystems, and unlock the magic there too. Thank you.
Verified.
I don't know if we have time for Q&A. I guess no. Do we? 3 minutes left. If anybody wants to share any question, feel free.
So Vaseline has a lot of authenticity through its long heritage. How do you balance trying to capture the new cultural audience with losing that authenticity and that long brand and heritage?
Yes, no, that's a brilliant question. Thank you. You know, since the beginning, we knew we would not control anything. Our job was not to judge. But there was one thing that we could control. And that was how we show up, how we engaged it in those conversations. So people were free to share their creativity, their own inventions, but we knew who we were. And that drove all the interactions at Unilever. Especially, we have something we called the Brandverse, which helped the brands understand how we show up. We never changed who we are, but we always adapted ourselves to everywhere we appeared.
Hi, thank you so much for your insight. And congratulations on an amazing campaign. So you have a very ambitious new CEO who really believes in the creator economy. How do you continue on this success? Like, what do you do after you do an incredible Culture First campaign and raise sales by 40%?
Yes, I think this just reinforces his vision, right? And I think the most interesting thing of Vaseline Verified is, as I mentioned, it's not one-off campaign. This, for us, is a new way to do marketing, right? This is a living platform. People asked me something similar when we got the titanium, and they said, "Okay, what happens on Monday when you're back to the brand? How do you deliver even more?" And I said, "I'm back to Vaseline Verified." Because this is really how people want to interact with our brands. And this is how we are building the wonder category.
Thank you.
Hi there. I work for a brand that is 230 years old. So I'm curious, how did your older audience maybe react to the Gen Z marketing? Because our previous audience was 40, 50-year-olds plus, and now we're trying to target Gen Z with Gen Z type of marketing, and our older audience is quite confused, and you can see it in the comments. So yeah, I was wondering, how do you deal with it? How do you?
Yes, I love that. You know, there was a big shift the way we do social at Unilever. In this fragmentation market today, we understood that we could not be, we had to switch this mindset from one to many, to many to many. So I never broadcasted. I never, for example, showed a hack for gardening to everyone. I talked to the community. I followed them down to the rabbit hole. And then it was relevant for them and never impacted my relationship with those who have been using me for skincare or healing or many other uses that, you know, we have built for many years. So this is actually amplifying our presence more than changing who we are for those who have used us for so many years. One more.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. My question is more about what does it take? Like, how long is the process of the paradigm shift to be able to take legal and everyone along to make sure that everyone is equipped to deal with, because once you give it out into the hands of the community, things move very fast, yes. And it's not always, like you say, in your control. So those guardrails to make sure that it doesn't turn into a PR disaster or something like that. And the second one is, am I correct in assuming that versus, let's say, an ad at the Super Bowl, this would be a whole lot less on what you spend on media, and because it's very earned, yes. And more on the infrastructure to make sure that this continues and is long term?
Totally, yes, definitely. This moved very fast, and that is wonderful, actually, how it forces us to be truly connected 24/7. At the beginning, like you asked how long it took. It took around 9 months since the idea came, was first conceptualized and finally came to life. We had to even stay quiet for a bit to, mature that inside Unilever to be able to support and be prepared for everything. But we had a very comprehensive and thorough process across the world with all the network in all countries, following everything, being attentive to everything. Like we had a community manager for all countries, specialized, focused on that, to be really attentive to all the conversations. And again, staying true to who we were, so never judging, never managing communities in that way, but being authentic. And that was really what unlocked this disruption and this magic. And above all, that is what unlocked brand love. Thank you. Thank you very much.